crossbow. Does that change pot on to right figure?
Grand now, I'm having a look. Properly? No. I need to hear what you're saying. I'm deaf. Just like this?
Yeah. Evening, folks. Just walking around the way.
That's not.
Askin and Pearson, Rhino, as we all know him. Paul Office in the commentary, joined by Nathan Prescott.
Good evening.
So, how do you see this one going then, Nate?
All about the start for me. Ryan Askin, growing up with him a lot.
It's Blackball, isn't it? Blackball rules.
Yeah, it is, but hang on.
Ryan, Blackball.
Yeah, Blackball.
Double check because I have been known to make the occasion.
Right. There is an out. Yeah, I mean, there is an out. It's got the two near the the top spot. They're the awkward ones, but they do go just landing right. If he lands on the middle of the three, as we look on the left hand side of the table, plays that into the middle, everything should be straightforward. It's just easier said than done. Although, to be fair, I don't think he's got the right angle to go down table here. No, he hasn't. Just dropped it in. No, I think he's going for the long one. Stunning the long one. He's missed the pot. He had a good cue ball, but he's left straight, Rhino straight on his bad ball here.
Issues with my headset, just so let me know if everything's coming through alright. So, let's go.
The issue he's got here is he is on his bad ball, although it's not easy to hold the one in the middle. He's playing the other one now. It's a nice shot. Focus on the pot here. Always going to be left 1 and 2. Reds. Top right as well. Or the one closest to the blue spot. What you doing here, Paul?
He's got to mind his work. He's obviously got to go centre first, hasn't he?
A lot of distance between balls.
For me, these are situations where, when you're a player of Rhino's standard, you've got to be looking at trying to make sure you're leaving yourself options when you play your shots, rather than try to be on point with your cue ball.
I agree, but for me, Rhino's is a 1-ball pot. Very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes it's cue ball locks, but like there, he's focused all on the pot. He's got it, left himself an option, as you say.
I agree with what you're saying, but over the course of a long race, you want to be trying to make your life as easy as you possibly can, don't you?
I think what's key for Rhino today is he always tends to start well and finish well, but in the middle of the game he tends to
Get fatigued, or just switch,
switches off.
mentally switch off. Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a loose one from Rhino there. Yeah, it was in all the way.
Should be 1-0. 2 minutes, just go get some money.
Yeah, so Blackball rules, it's 1 shot and 1 free shot and 1 visit. So you'd expect him to open the ball up best he can. Yeah, so he's opened it up and he's given himself a choice now. So it should be plain sailing from here, you would imagine. Yeah, these just look like ploppings. For me, I think I'm trying to stun up just to get onto the ball into the bottom centre pocket as we look at it, just to try and stun up, just like that. Then this is, I'd be wanting to screw this back a touch. Yeah, that should be okay. He's just got to make sure that he clears the red at the left hand side of the table, so this is sort of his margin for error. In sort of anywhere in that area there is more or less got a shot at the black. So it should be plain sailing. And yeah, it's fine on that. That's first frame there to Ryan Askin. So a nice steady little clearance. Could be argued that Rhino gave him a bit of a golden opportunity, but you're still gonna take him. So he says it's his best start ever as Ryan Askin. So I guess it's first time he's ever won the first frame in a money game. It's always nice to get your first frame on the board when you're playing for money as well. You just start getting settled into the match. You start to feel a little bit more relaxed. And the club's filling up quite nicely tonight as well. And then this is what you call a horror start for Rhino. So his first break then. Straighting off, and he's done that to himself as Rhino. So you just try to study what to do. For me, this is a mistake. He's got ball in hand, so he's got to free it. So this is the area for me that you've got to develop. Screwed into it, which is okay, but there were risk involved with that. You know, you could have played a developing shot. You're already on your second visit anyway, regardless of whether you bump them out or not. So now it is open table. He's given himself an opportunity to clear the balls. But definitely for me, the developing shot was the right shot. And that is open table. So whether Rhino's aware of that or not, I don't know. But it'd be foolish if you're not paying enough attention in a money game to find out whether you're aware or not. It doesn't seem to be, unless he prefers the yellow balls. But he is playing at yellows now. Slightly hampered with his queuing, and the yellows are slightly awkward. But there is a chance with them. There's a couple of little bits of work to address at this end of the table. If you can play this ball in now, play up the cushion, and probably, I don't know if that one goes up the side of the red. I think it does, yeah. So Rhino's on yellows. Nathan's back with us. Evening, Mr. Zavros. Just thinking for a route for Rhino. I'm a little bit surprised actually that it's taken yellows. I think he thought because Ryan potted a red with his first shot when he got 2 shots, but then didn't pot a ball. I think he thought it was. I think he automatically thought that it was on yellows. I think the reds were the ball for me, but
I did think that, like, but I didn't say how much.
So these reds still look pretty easy, although that's, for me, that's quite a loose positional shot.
Could be so much further down anywhere in bottom half. See, he's looking at playing red into the middle, but white's going into black and red. He's got no control on cue ball.
Yeah, it's a very thin snick as that.
Could turn out alright, because he could hit the black full ball. And he's playing the
He's played the other shot, yeah.
That's fair shot.
Yeah, he's spotted that very well.
Depends what angle he's got on one of the bottom left. If he can screw up to play the red on the blue spot into the top middle, he'll be fine.
It's screwed up, but he's not gone far enough, so he's going to have to make sure he gets plenty eye on here.
He's still alright, because he can just go up and down with a cue ball to the top push.
He doesn't even have to come all the way down, as long as he's got a shot at it. He's got to back his queuing. You just don't want to be on the cushion, do you?
Just got to make sure the angle's right to go into black. Rather catch a black thin.
Yeah, well, he's going to be catching that.
I think he'll catch it thick here.
Yeah, he's going to be catching that okay. Nice snookered himself.
Not with a danger, but I didn't like his angle.
These are sort of 50-50 at bottom, though, you'd think, really. And he's made it.
Nice shot. One of Ryan's fans tried shouting there and lost his voice due to puberty. Sorry about that.
Still a little bit high-pitched. So 2-0, it doesn't seem like Rhino's turned up yet.
Massive break by Ryan Askin. I was saying here, Paul Yellows.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, mate.
Played that nice. This is the key shot to the frame. He meant thank you. Said thank you. Yeah, again.
That's
Loose cue ball, nice ball.
Is about 6 foot out of position there for me.
He's still okay though. He's missed the pot.
It's not. They're not giving himself a rhino. It's not an easy clearance here.
It's not an easy clearance, but they are there.
Now, when Rhino's playing well, I've seen him get these. Seen him get these in his sleep, but when you're starting to try and settle into a money game, it's not the easiest first frame to try and win for you, is it?
Putting the cut next to the black. Now the issue with this is not actually knowing exactly where his white's going.
I think it were a bit thicker than we thought it would actually, so that's not. Yeah, it looked very thin from the screen, but it must have had a lot more control over that than it looked like it could have.
Just drop the one in to the right of the mark line, and the one over the cushion. Make sure you leave the right angle on the one near the bottom, to the left of the board line. Make sure you leave the right angle.
This is.
It's just taking a bit more time on this.
This is frame ball for me, really.
I agree. It's stunning it, I don't like.
He's played it well. He's played it well, but it's, for me, this is just with a tracer left-hand side to make sure that you're just missing the.
See, the thing is here, Paul, always hit this confidently, because you've always got the one at the bottom half of the table.
Yep.
I know it's not ideal, but to play the pot more confident, knowing you've got that, is a lot easier than trying to hold for this top red.
Yeah, but I think if he plays it with a tracer left-hand side, he doesn't need much left-hand side. He's just going to give himself a. He's going to guarantee himself a shot. It's bumped it off the cushion. I can't really see what is being left there.
It's not a bad shot, to be fair. It's quite good.
It's tapped the table, so it's indicating that it's a pretty good leave. Just looking at the overhead view there.
I think what the issue is here, it's not so. As you can see an edge of the one near the block.
Well, if that's the case, it's a pretty clever shot then.
It is a clever shot. It did originally look like the red going on the cushion, and therefore you think he's put one out to put one safe. Kind of a nothing safety run. He's not in a bad position.
That's made life a lot harder for Rhino there.
To be fair, I don't know if like you saw him looking at coming off a cushion. I don't know if he intended to hit the block. Obviously, he could have hit the block. If he did, it's a clever little shot because he's tied it up a little bit. Yeah, he's made it a bit harder.
Did you say Rhino's got his skinny jeans on today as well?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's gone for a slim fit.
That's nicely killed.
That's a great shot.
You just don't want to be hampered by that. Oh, I think he's still got a shot. He's looking at the potting angle, so I think he has. How would you play this? 2 cushions with right hand side?
Nah, just come off one, stun off one. Well, screw off one. Just gotta cue it.
Just screw it off the side cushion.
Right. Yeah, just cue through the pot. Even if you come too far or not fine, you're always going to have an angle to get down.
He's just not quite. He's not comfortable with the shot at the moment. Fair play to him, standing up, having a look around the table.
I think it looks like on the screen, it looks like he's got a lot of angle, but if you get hold of this white here, I think you're fine to you.
You can screw off the side cushion and get over. Yeah, I agree with you there, Nath. You've got to cue it well, and the yellow.
Confident shot, Paul.
The yellow's a bit of a distraction more than anything else. He's tried to stun it off 2 cushions and
he's
had a disaster.
He was stunning that. Now for me, if he stuns that, he's in like around here, like near the bottom right back.
So you're saying
about around here.
You're stunning around here.
Yeah, he's then flirting in that pocket.
Yeah.
He had no side, so he could never flick off the right hand side cushion as well.
Yeah, if I were playing it, I'd have been trying to float it with right hand side if you're going off 2. I didn't mind your deep screw shot. I think that'd have been.
Margin for error, I think, with a deep screw.
Well,
You've just got to hit it.
It's yeah. I think that one there is which way you prefer hitting them. You know, for me, I like floating balls in, and so if I float it in and play it with a bit of side rather than screwing it in or stunning it in, I'd have been pretty confident playing that way, right hand side to come off 2 cushions to get back on it.
See, Ryan here, the way he's taking these out, it's showed that he's so perfect. He lost 2 shots, he's been perfect.
I don't think he's had any pressure applied to him.
Here, he didn't need to leave himself. Like
No, but this is for
this
is for free though, mate. Really, it's a free go. So even if he didn't make it, which he has done, it was a free shot at it.
Definitely a case of one player settled and one player on the end. So
Yeah, I feel at the moment like Rhino's just not. It's not put enough pressure on Ryan.
2 free clear-cut chances. It's not being hit and miss.
Well, the chances that Ryan Askin's had, he's taken well.
Yeah,
He's played some pretty decent shots. So
already he's talking to his mates, so he can get. If he gets ahead of himself, it's only a 3 frame deficit, and
well, yeah, it can go one of.
it can go. Away with it, or
It can go one of 2 ways. This you can either get overconfident and start making mistakes, or you can get really settled and start flowing, can't you? So he's made a ball off the break.
Now this frame for me is key. 4-0 is not a lead.
It's a
They
long
would
way
like to
back.
give, yeah, it's not. I mean, it's nowhere near them. Whereas the 15 long stretch, but you don't need to be giving 4 frames away to start.
What?
He looked at playing a safety here and he's lost his wire.
Careless, really, losing the cue ball.
So it's still open table. And if he's to pop this red, it's still open table after that. So now he's got 1 visit. From the way he's played that shot and left himself on the 2 reds, it looks like his intentions are to go reds. And if so, he's got 1 tough ball, I'd say. Near the top middle, the left of the 2 reds.
So the ball that Nathan's talking about is this one here.
Yeah, I mean, he does go.
You've got to be very good on it.
But you've seen, like, last finish he took out, his cue ball were near perfect, so. See, he's leaving himself near it now.
Yeah, he can get on it straight away.
Which is
Do you know what he wanted? I'll tell you, his perfect cue ball here is somewhere in this kind of area here, because he's going to leave himself the choice of both these.
See, it depends the ball. It depends how it kisses into this red. Obviously, he's going to pop the top of the
Oh, yeah.
Depends if.
It's kissed it a little bit too hard for my liking. But
See, there for me, you either glance it or you commit to really, going into it, bringing it on.
it seems
He's landed nowhere here for me.
it seems like he's almost played a half a shot there, really.
Just played the bottom on to see.
And he's played it. He's played it hoping for it to work out rather than working out how he's going to make it happen.
Yep.
So,
3-0. I guess you feel like it is going to happen.
yeah, I mean the couple of clearances he has taken out have been pretty fair decent, Now this is where you'd expect Rhino to go to work and start making things a little bit difficult for Ryan.
Yeah, that chucked one in there. That were not close. So
It wasn't an easy shot for him by any stretch of imagination, but I think it's the shot before that caused him all the problems, really.
I like what Ryan's doing here. He's taking his time, he's looking at the table. He knows he needs his.
This is a really important shot in the context of the match for me.
Playing an in-on rubber, I think. Yeah, he played that in-on rubber.
He'd have been happier, he's just tapped the table with a bit of disappointment if it had stayed over. Looking at where he left the cue ball as well, that would have been a perfect result for him.
He's still fighting it though, Paul. Just play the land down onto the one on the rail. Just take the bag. It's harder to pot it than to
Yeah,
shot. Now he's got control.
He's just having a look as Ryan Askin, see whether the red will go down the side of the yellow.
I don't think even Ryan will get past that gap.
Any dramas? What, like Coronation Street? No, that's not a drama, that's a soap, isn't it? He's talking more like Dallas, aren't you? That's
shots he's glossed his white a little bit. Looks really good for the first 3 frames of this cue ball.
Is that a little bit of complacency, a little bit of overconfidence, or just carelessness?
Well, I think we've all been known to do it, you just lackadaisy. You can take a little lead and just chill out a little bit, but it goes back to what we were saying before. He's missed the first red and he's hit the second. Definitely didn't mean that. There's no way there's meant that.
If it doesn't go, then Rhino's happy. If it goes, then Rhino's in a spot of bother.
Yeah, I think he can force it in.
If you can force it in, Rhino's in a spot of bother, and he needs to look for a clever solution to this.
I think all he needs to do is the one on the rail, on the bottom. Like the bottom is really low.
You're thinking
Left, yeah, this one just
flicking,
glancing
right.
yeah.
Coming up here somewhere.
Even that, you don't even need to go as deep. Yeah, that's clever. Just push that closer to the black. He's brought a bad ball out at the same time. I like that shot.
The only question is, I mean, this red does clearly go into the top centre pocket and the bottom left pocket as we look at it.
He's playing a very aggressive shot here, I think.
He's played the pot and
now
the
red
cannon.
will go past the yellow.
Yeah. So
that one shot there puts Ryan favourite.
I didn't mind the aggressive shot, to be honest.
See, if he plays that shot, I think he has to play
More
for the red that he played into. I think he has to play the pot on that and play the cannon, the billiard into the red and the yellow. I think he has to play that more pace. It's never ever going to work out otherwise.
See, Rhino can tease him a little bit here now.
Yeah, but
it's a bit.
He's left a shot on both reds. For me, that's a nothing shot. If you're going to do anything, try and get your back ball.
It's a bit careless, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nothing shots. You can't do too many in a match. Yes, the red's out, but it's not in a good position.
It's no, but the other red's in a decent position.
With them 2 yellows there, just go the black spot. It's hard to get over though, towards the one on the rail.
That's a long way off. And do you know what? I think he can get a bit of a shot at it.
I think he can play it again. That's an offense. Well, it's not an offense shot, but I think he never really made his mind up. And he just played what he played.
Yeah, you look at that now.
Ryan half a shot. Ryan's played that as good as he could have.
It's as good as most players could have, really. He's played that pretty well. It's tough getting out for the black, but if he drops it in and
if he cues it, he just needs to a little bit of screw, use a cushion back to the cushion that he's cueing on where his hand is now. It's perfect. And he's dropped it.
oh,
See, for me, he's not played that confidently at all. Look at now he's left himself on the block.
He's played that thinking in or over,
Yeah.
but that's a bit of a mistake at Blackball rules. At World rules, that for me is more or less a frame winner, unless you come up against somebody that's prepared to play you for 45 minutes. But at Blackball rules, that could be a frame loser. It's all about playing the right shot here.
Rhino's played.
That's pretty.
No,
I think he's alright there.
No, he's only a little swerve, I think. He can't swerve it.
No, I think Rhino's
Just looked at the tail and
got away with it,
the
we
yellow
would say, a little bit.
white is a lot closer than you think. It's kind of blocking the swerve.
This is a good
That's
shot
a
though.
great shot. Nice shot.
How that stayed out, God only knows. Well, that's a good shot, is that?
Yeah, Rhino Skin's been brought up on old EPA, so he'll have no issue getting out of snookers. Now for me here, Paul, plays up one just below the black spot. Over the one top left as we look.
Yeah, we're teeing up for a double on this bad boy,
yeah,
aren't we?
The double needs to be an out and out double. You play. Is that this one?
Yeah.
There.
No, just that one. Yep.
Play this one over to this one and leave this one over the bank here. And I'd have played the double to a plan. Makes the shot a lot easier.
Yeah, fair call, yeah.
Because he always had the black to hold the white on there. His first shot. He's played another snooker, but my Askin just showed to him, look, you leave me a snooker, I'm gonna get out of it. And he wanted an easy snooker.
I think there's a chance of a swerve here as well.
Nah.
Right,
He's just had his angle, and he's pretty much in a similar spot. So he knows his angle now. And this time if he catches it, he's not missing it. Oh, he's going for the swerve.
They've played it really well.
He's on the block.
I wish we had a camera where we could pan round, because Rhino stood in front of Ash Martin, and it reminds me of a larger version of Austin Powers with the me and Mini-Me.
It's 4-0. Rhino needs to wake up.
I think you're right though, Zavros. Rhino doesn't seem settled at all. This is quite a long way from the Rhino that we're used to seeing. Yeah, I bet if JP's watching, I bet he's absolutely devastated seeing how Rhino's playing at the moment, because he didn't turn up and play like this against him.
Right, these are a must. These yellows are a must. Come on, Slim. Sort yourself out.
Do you think yellows? Reds don't look terrible either.
Yellows for me. Although, it's not straightforward. That's the first thing. Although you can play that one, yeah?
Yep.
This one, even if you don't go for it straight away with his free shot, you can always play it down here.
Yeah, he's got a bit of coverage, hasn't he? Yeah.
But this needs to be his first. This ball here needs to be his first ball.
He's got to get that out if he's going him.
With this free shot.
No, I don't mind this. I don't mind moving red away from it and pushing yellow closer to middle pocket.
And leaving himself on the red. That's it.
Yes. That's it. That's all right. Is that? I don't mind that shot at all.
That yellow.
I think that's just showing how it's feeling it a little bit of nerves.
Cue ball's not right again.
Yeah, that's all right. He's giving himself a good chance of an out now. He can just come one or two cushions and land for a choice of.
Rhino's not 1 to 10 balls down rails though, so for me to watch him.
I'd be happy me to leave that as my last ball for black.
I would personally, but I know Rhino will.
I think that they're the ones where they're the ones where you really got to focus. I don't think you miss many of them when you're really focused, and I won't be playing it up beyond the middle pocket. I don't like this shot at all, Nathan.
If he misses, this is the lead. Ryan's in.
Oh, it's not dropped in centre. Right, apologies. I take it all back, Rhino, if you're watching.
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't realise it dropped in centre pocket. That's made this clearance a lot easier.
He's clearly had a look at that. He's clearly had a look at that earlier on. See that there? It looks like he's let his white run, but he's left the perfect angle. He needs just to drop this in. He's looking at what angle he needs now, just to draw back off the last yellow.
I'd have just wanted it another couple of inches away from cushion, so I could have just dinked it back a little bit. But
just dropping it in is fine.
I just think that the black comes into play a little bit, doesn't it?
But all you're doing is focusing on pot, aren't you?
Yeah, that's a nice shot there. So this is a must make black to get Rhino on the board.
I think he's found this, as we say, is a great single walk on. Got it right.
That's there all the way, and that's a nice clearance. So in off on the break, and Rhino's just showing what he's got really there. Uncle John. Good lad.
Your ATM's in chat. The ugly twin. The rubbish twin.
Be nice, Nathan. It'd be nice to
We've
him.
actually now become teammates on a Tuesday for Ash Harper's team, so I can give him a bit.
Alright.
I'm always going to get him back now.
Yeah, alright, fair dues,
So
fair
give him a
dues.
bit more.
Yeah, bit better play from Rhino there. So it's a bit more what we're used to seeing from him.
Rhino has a great break. Not tonight. He's not been breaking anywhere near like he can.
Well, he usually puts his weight behind it, but on this occasion it looks like his weight behind break.
His weight?
Yeah.
What weight on that?
Rhino, when he breaks.
Alright, yeah.
He's,
I'm surprised there's any balls left on the table.
but on this occasion he's not put any weight behind it.
His boyfriend over there, Andrew Ramsey, telling him it was a lovely finish.
Evening, Mick.
Me and my pal next to me, Lou. We have to put up with them two Doylams over there stood at bar on PlayStation. Life's not easy for us, John.
No, not easy at all, mate. In fact,
I'm not sure what's worse, Rhino's pool or Rhino on a PlayStation. What do you think? What's worse? Rhino on a pool or Rhino on a PlayStation? It's a
tough one to call, that.
Yeah, it is a tough one. 5 to 6 the pair. Great shot.
Yeah, nice shot there.
You know what?
Skill shot, do you think?
Yeah.
Well,
He's going playing pinball, yeah.
you've got to try it. Yeah, I like it. I like the terminology there. You've got to.
Pinball, yeah.
You've got to try and upset something.
He's miles behind in the front. He has to do it. Reassess after you've done it.
Well,
Even if you don't get the skill shot.
do you know what
the
though?
rest have to move.
You know what? You can also, if you really wanted to put this over all here,
Yeah, but he's
but
leaving it on them
you're gonna bring them out.
This is a shot for me. He's played it like a fairy. You're
Yeah, I
gonna play
think
that shot, you've got to give it some.
yeah, I think you're taking a run up at it, aren't you? And
That is definitely
Happy Gilmore in it.
Although he has landed one. Double bang.
Is he bang on for a double?
If he gets a gate, it's massive.
Is nowhere near. That's a bit careless for me.
I'm not going to comment on that shot, other than it will back. Sorry for my French.
I'm going to comment on it. It's certainly not one of his finer shots.
I think Ryan will get to deep screw into the 3 balls together.
Well, I was just going to question with you why he's screwed into that ball.
I don't think he needs to.
No, he's invited Rhino back to the table again. I think that.
For me, this is a chance Rhino should have never had, because the yellow that planted into there went in the top middle, and then for the other one went into the top left. The black then goes because he freed it up from the two yellows, and the other two were drop-ins.
I didn't think he needed to necessarily disturb, but how he tried to disturb then, that's not landed very nice, so is it?
Do you know what? In my opinion, I think I'll be playing a double here. I'm actually going up table for another ball. Playing the skill shot. Tell you what, that were about as thin as Rhino's waistline.
It wasn't that thin.
Looks a bit grumpy tonight, doesn't he, Rhino?
He looks, he don't look settled to me. He don't look like he's ready to go yet. Could be doing a damn sight better than he is, in my opinion. But there again, right, Ryan Askin's looking pretty settled. I'm sorry, folks, we're not trying to be biased on commentary, but as I'm sure everybody is aware, we're very good friends with Rhino, both me and Nathan. Rhino's tends to be my commentary partner more often than not, so we will try and call it as down the middle as we possibly can, but I'm sure you'll understand there might be a little bit of bias in there, here and there, so no offence is meant to Ryan Askin, because I've known Ryan for a good number of years, as has Nathan.
This shot here for me is key. Because
Do you think he's trying to get black out this shot?
No.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot.
I don't feel like he meant to do that tonight. He's come off 2 reds today. He's come off 2 reds.
I think he would try to come off. I think he would try to come off 2 cushions and bring black out.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to do that. But it's not landed nice.
This is thin.
Got to really get over this.
I was just going to say there was a chance of coming on off the inside of that red, and he has done. But he's got away with the enough.
The way he's queuing, I fancy him to get this. Although he knows that if he don't get this, he loses the frame.
God, he should lose the frame, yeah, if he don't get it. He's got it though, it's there all the way. It's a very good shot.
Now if he didn't come off that red, flick into that ball, that one on the back, he wouldn't have had that option.
No,
he has to still take it, so fair.
He broke down on that finish if that was the... Yeah, they broke down on the finish if he did not manage to nudge that red in. So probably rode his luck a little bit there. But like these things happen, don't they?
Yeah, it's still got again. They played a nice shot.
I suppose.
The thing about Ryan is his temperament is shocking. So if Ryan comes back at him and something goes against Askin, he can get rattled easily.
Yeah, and I think Rhino's got a really good temperament. He tends to be quite a settled, knowledgeable player.
Most laid back person in the world. He didn't give 2 folks. Money's not an issue, he just loves playing.
Oh yeah.
So it's not the fact he's going to be nervous. I might be nervous because of the occasion, it's not due to the money.
No, I mean he works for British Gas and we know how much they rip everybody off, don't we? Absolute fortune, that's a nice shot. And if he gets, I would just say
it's still fine, that's a nice one. For me, that's a positive shot. It's still showing that his head's on. For me, like that shot, people turn down because they think, oh, I want to be reds, but that shot's a bit tough. So I think, well, let me get an easier one and then I'll address that later. For me, he's got rid of his Blackball, now everything goes. It's just about landing on it.
And he's got onto the worst ball he's got on the table now, and he's going to leave himself ploppings.
Yeah, they're not as ploppings as you think because there's 4 reds in the way. He didn't need to do that.
I don't think he did either.
He got away with it. He didn't need to do that.
I thought he could have played some natural lines there, some natural angles.
You were straight, but I think
straight were okay though, because you could have just dropped it into that centre pocket. The one that looks like rubbish bin. That one, yeah, that's cool. So yeah.
He's going to put this one into the middle.
he's going to leave him a longer shot than I felt that he needed to. So I think if it had just played the natural shot.
But as we say, just focus on the pot. Make sure you leave the right angle.
Top jaw, and that's.
He did not need to play that off the cushion. He just needed to drop that in. Dead weight.
He's just snatched at that, hasn't he?
Ryan's coming to the table and he's got a finish. 6-1 is a way back.
That's not gone though, and that pocket's not doing him any favours really, so for me...
Ryan's fans just said shot right. Now in my opinion, that's not a great shot. He did not need to play that. That bag's no value to him, and he's left right up, plumb in. If he makes this bag into bottom left, he's perfect on the one to the top middle, and then he just draws back off the one to the bottom middle for the block. It's all about this shot.
Oh, that was frame ball, that.
Rhino's already jogging round, and yes,
Jogging.
No, honestly, we're jogging round.
You think you were jogging?
Yeah, he saw a bit of done meat on the floor.
Ah, I see. That's not gone as good as it could have done there.
3 there?
Yep. 3 balls in 1 shot. So he's played the plant, but he's also played the skill shot.
Yeah, that's a little careless, mate. You have to make sure the yellow stays up. Oh, when he played the plant, you have to make sure the yellow stayed over.
He's been unlucky, to be fair. He has been a bit unlucky.
He played it fairly pacey. I guess he had to play it pacey to stun across, didn't he?
Well, I think he wanted to make sure that he cleared the ball from the pocket as well. So, but it's not left it easy now. So there is a safety option, but I can't imagine him taking it. I think he's going to take the pot on.
I think he is looking for the safety.
That's safe-ish, but it's left Rhino a sniff, and it's left him an angle to come round as well.
Yeah, I don't think he can pot this.
No, he can pot the other ball into the top left, top left.
Here, into this corner. The light's all the way around.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Round here. Leaves himself perfect.
Yep. I think he's left himself angle to come round, personally.
We've got Barbara Streisand in the house.
As we called, he left himself angle to get round. Again, it's not tremendously easy for Ryan. He has got the benefit of being able to get his hand on the table if he wants to take it.
The way he's played so far, I expect him to get these. Played a great first shot.
Yeah, he's opened them up well. Oh, that's just crept in. As a result of that as well, he's not got great position for my liking.
He's not dropped. He's got to do a bit more now. I think he's going to be looking to play. Well, he's got 2 options here. He can run the light up and either off the side and out here, or he can run it down straight up and to leave the yellow into here, or he can just drop it in and leave the white here.
I think dropping it in's my my shot really there.
To play the yellow in this bag where he's queuing now.
He's gone up and down, which is it's a good shot. You don't want to be too far, don't want to be too thin.
Again,
if you're too thin, you're a bit careless when you did have option to drop it in.
Here, if he because obviously the white's coming down this line here. If he catches this side of the black's going to go towards the red. If he goes towards the red, he's going to will the pair.
Can't tell how thin it is, to be honest, but
if he can avoid the black, it's fine.
Yeah, he's in a world of pain. And not everybody that calls for the skill shot, that is not easy for me.
You're not skilled trying this.
No, that isn't.
You don't play the rules, you don't know how to play it. Advanced skill. This skill shot is not an easy
No, that's what I say, it's not easy for me. If it's in a pocket, you fancy having a good chance at it, and if you're dead straight on it, but these you're going to play with a bit of side, you've got to, it's not...
If he gets this skill shot, then I'll wear Rhino's jeans.
He's not got it, he's tried to, right, has had the biggest let off in this frame.
For me.
Because that is a massive result there.
For me, I'd be coming off this cushion, catching that with a bit of side off this cushion and landing it. I know not even want to.
No, and if that goes, it's okay, it's good there, but say if that had gone on top cushion, then it'd have been a disaster for Rhino.
If this goes, Ryan will kick himself. For me, Ryan should have another shot.
It was definitely doable from where it was.
The way the match has gone, this could flip from 6-1. It's not over, but it's a very long way to being over.
And he's fluked it.
See, exactly what I mean.
He's fluked it, and
Come on, Ryan, you should give him a shot, man. Come on. Exactly what I said.
But
never have had the shot.
you're absolutely right though, Nathan. I mean, if I'm at table there, I've absolutely no shot. I'm hitting it as hard as I can and hoping that something happens.
But he's fine, one. He's playing okay. I'm not saying he's had a lot of run or anything, but everything has gone for him in the match.
Yeah.
That worked going in. That's just how many matches go. Rhino's made a mistake and he'll be thinking, oh, he's got lucky enough 6-1 down, he should be 5-2. No, I'm afraid to say, mate, you should not be giving him another shot there. He could have come off the bottom cushion and he could have played one over the bag first, left himself one over the middle.
Left himself game. Still got a smile on his face as Rhino.
Hey,
So let's. A lot of it now is going to be how he can dig in.
Yeah, he's never been in this position in a match.
No, he's always in all his money games. He's always started really well. He has lost one and he's fallen away by the wayside during the game, but he's always started really strongly. For me, I know if Chris Grimshaw's listening, he's going to hate me for saying this, but for me, this is the point where I start tap breaking and start getting people involved in fudgy tactical battles for a few frames to get me to get a
Ryan Pearson does not beat Ryan Askin in tactical.
Well, I just think it's to frustrate my opponent.
I don't think it matters when you're 6-1. I don't think you can get frustrated. I think Dick's out living life. Ryan's literally just got to take his chances. If you're gonna cover a bag, put it over the bag.
You want it at least in the bag, don't you?
Yeah. This is just lackadaisical. Clever shot by Ryan Askin there.
It was a gift of a shot, though. It was generously donated to him, wasn't it, that one?
He's left an angle to rock that ball on the bottom rail. Right, straight on it.
Perfect on it, yeah.
Come on, Ryan, these have to go, mate, come on. Carball, yeah, he's really awkward on it. He's not stayed down on his shot.
Slightly hampered you in there. I think that's why he's tripped up, so he just needs to just take his time a little bit. So it's a free chance at a double here for Ryan.
Oh, he's in again.
Right, well Rhino's back at the table again. So you can't say
Right, this is his third clear-cut chance this frame.
you can't say this frame he hasn't had his chances, he's got plenty of opportunities.
He's going to knock back safe here, I think. No.
He's playing it gently,
Yeah, that's clever. I felt like the way he queued up, he was going to...
he thought they were going to screw it.
To black and
cushion,
yeah.
He's just making sure of his route here.
Shouldn't he have done that before he played that shot, though?
In my opinion, yeah, but...
And that's
It's not right again.
an over it. He's just letting that cue ball run where it wants to run. He's just letting it free, and it didn't need to be played in that manner. Especially not at these bangers rules.
That's a nice recovery.
And that's what it is. It is a recovery because he was really out of position, but it's a tough
He's
shot.
going to be topping through to this. Oh, clicked on. Yeah, he's going to be topping through to this sort of area.
Yeah.
Now the issue is here.
It's getting back down.
You have to go this sort of route and just leave your centre shot.
I'll tell you what.
Perfect. I'm gonna stop driving.
Oh, it's probably just slightly thin, but
He played that really confidently.
he's played it well.
He missed the middle bag.
And he's, oh
Just
dear me. Well, that is not the Rhino we're used to seeing. Looks like him though. You can't mistake Rhino, but it's not the one that we're used to seeing.
He's had a touch there. If he gets another shot here, he needs to make sure.
I think he will get.
Ryan's just looked. He's looking to
He's going to
the
try
cue
and
ball somewhere around this sort of area. No easy shot. Clever shot.
double. It's probably the only shot he's got.
Well, this is a Dan Mac special, isn't it?
It's either a cross double or a blunderbuster, innit?
Correct.
They are options 1 and 2.
Stick a Cornish pasty on table and blunderbuster. Let's go.
He's having a very careful look. I don't know what he's looking at.
Ah, it's just him trying to look at the table.
Ah, I see. Oh, wow. How has he got away with that? How on earth has he got away with that?
How does he get that so thin?
How's he not potted one of the reds over the pocket?
Oh, yeah, that's skill, that ball.
Well, yeah, how has he hit it so thin?
Yeah, that is crazy.
The big problem he's got now is
Punish.
he ain't ever going to see that black again, is he? Or is he? Do you know what? Actually, I reckon from there he can see an edge.
He can see an edge, but he's not potting it. Now the issue here is he's played a clever shot. This ball and this ball are not ideal.
Yeah.
For this bag and over this bag, they're ideal. There's still a little bit to do, even if he gets on a finish here with them two. Again.
And blunderbuster. And I tell you
Now
what,
he's-
that's a touch again for Rhino. I think he's going behind the two reds that are closest together though. And that's a nice shot. He's controlled it well.
But still, these two are not. They only go into this pocket over here. So he's got.
Which, if you do get ball in hand, is pretty easy.
Yeah, I think Rhino would be kicking himself if he doesn't at least hit it.
And he's not hit it, and he's gone straight enough. He's gone clean enough. What the? Right, folks. I don't know why it scores. Just change onto somebody else's game. Right, you guys that are watching, I can only apologise. I am going to have to restart the stream, so just give us a couple of minutes. We'll get restarted. So I can only apologise.